Hello and welcome to my video profile. My name is Oswald and I have been an L&D practitioner for over a decade. Have you ever wondered what a day in the life of an L&D professional looks like? Well, through all these job profiles, digital profiles or video profiles as you may call it, we always talk about what is in our resume. But I would like to be a little bit different and talk about a day in the life of an L&D professional, and specifically a day in the life of being me. On a typical Monday, I start off by looking at my calendar and my project portfolios, as I need to be clear on the priorities for the day or week and the status in each of those projects. Then I check my inbox to find out that I have requests pending from various projects requesting for specific training. For example, let's take email etiquette. The manager wants this to be an instructor-led training, dedicating 1 hour in a day, spread over 2 weeks. That brings me to responsibility number 1. The learning needs analysis. As everyone may call it, training needs analysis or TNI in short. It is a process to identify the knowledge that brings me to the skills required to meet this manager's learning request. So what would I do? I will first start off by inviting the manager for a discussion to understand the request and accordingly request for additional data which will justify the request. Then set key performance indicators to measure the effectiveness of the training. It's time to move on to responsibility number 2. I need to prepare the learning experience design for the change management program. I have completed my analysis through my learning needs analysis. I have identified the objectives, the audience, and the learning method. Next, I will be creating the curated content, videos, scenarios, and examples. Prepare slides and notes as well as energizers as required. I need to do a dry run with my team to implement any feedback before delivery. Next is responsibility number 3. I need to prepare the learning evaluation, and typically we can use the Kirkpatrick model. By analyzing all data collected before, during, and after the training, like employee engagement and their satisfaction index. By the way, this would ideally roll up to your NPS score. It is important to measure the impact on the business along with employee satisfaction, and we can use valuable information for any future learning. I will also proceed by sending the detailed evaluation report to my stakeholders, and the result must be clear with a summary for basic understanding. With reference data, it is important to understand your stakeholders and to know what kind of data will suit their needs. As an L&D professional, it's important to get comfortable with data and a vast data analysis. Of course, a vast data analysis will help give a good idea about skill gaps and how we can bridge those gaps. So to bring the curtains to a close, let me add that it is important to analyze and to do our own learning in this space, so we can focus on continuous learning, which would be sustainable in the long run. I will always stay hungry to acquaint myself with new skills, especially in the e-learning space. Working with ADDIE methodologies and being SCORM compliant with my learning elements. It's important to understand your stakeholder and the business you work for in order to help grow the business and to equip yourself with the best learning gear. And to call out before I close, I love working closely with stakeholders. And when I am designing leadership and organizational development programs, and I have done the same with multiple organizations that I have had the pleasure to work with. Thank you for your time. This is Oswald signing off.